What is up, guys? Me again, and welcome to another That Guy Does the Voices. Today we're going to continue with Around the World in 80 Days. And here we are, Chapter 8. Sightseeing in Singapore, yeah. On Wednesday, October 30th, the Rangoon stopped off in Singapore on the way to Hong Kong. Phileas Fogg continues his notebook and was pleased to see that the journey from Calcutta to Singapore had taken half the day less than expected. To celebrate, he took a walk for sightseeing, to tour of Singapore, in a horse-drawn carriage. Mr. Fogg was not aware that Fix was called up another carriage and following him as closely as he dared. What Fix did not know was someone was following him too. The loyal Passepartout taking yet another carriage. Passepartout could not help but smile as he watched Fix follow his master about the same for the next 2 hours. At one time, the three carriages were all apart, a good distance from each other, outside of the customs office, while Phileas Fogg had his passport stamp. In contrary of carriage returned to the ship, and at 11 the next morning, the Rango steamed out of the Singapore into the South Chinese Sea, and it was way to Hong Kong. The weather, which had been for most of the journey, suddenly took a turn for the worse. The wind rose and the seas began to roll. A storm was blowing up. Phileas Fogg did not worry. The wind was blowing from the south, and that would only aid the ship speed to the ship. Their speed cheered up Passepartout, who often reminded himself that his glass light was still burning away in London. The sooner he got back to London, the less he could cost him. Fix, poor fellow, was not happy. Was not a happy man. Monsieur Passepartout had started to wink at him now and again. What sort of wink was it? A sort of knowing wink? The sort of wink that made Fix think Passepartout knew something special about him? And Passepartout did, or the least he thought he did. He was convinced that Fix was in the pay of the men in the Reform Club. He winked was a way of telling Fix that he knew what he was up to. A warning to the ship. Watch his step. Fix, of course, took the wink very different way. He was not wondering if Passepartout special him to being a policeman. Monsieur Fix, said Passepartout, knowing fully all the answer to his question. Well, you be traveling on the way after Hong Kong. I don't know, he said hastily. I might, perhaps not. There is no point of going back now. Passepartout pointed out. The next stop after Hong Kong will be Japan, and then America, and from America, England. This is but a step away. I'll have to take it about. Think about it, said Fix. You must understand that I don't travel at my own experience. I pay for this journey. Oh, I'm quite sure of that, chuckled Passepartout, with another knowing wink. That wink was being influenced Detective Fix. And that's all for today. See ya!